What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? How are you?
I'm kicking it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being on, man.
Of course.
This is Andrew Durso, one of my favorite comedians.
Oh, thank you.
Hell
Likewise.
yeah! It was funny. You and Aber having you guys on back to back, because we were just saying that you guys have a cultural interchange. And
Yeah, Aber's my boy.
Guys.
He sends me like YouTube videos about old actresses, and I make him watch like 2-hour YouTube videos about like video games where you have to read. We're expanding each other's horizons in a very good way, I think.
That's so fun. I love video essays.
Yeah, same. It's I'm just like I have like embarrassment over my own algorithm. Nobody can ever see, but it's just like a lot of like like the science of Donkey Kong. It's all just like the dumbest bullshit.
No, it's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I love that shit. Like, do you watch Donkey?
You know, I know it's, I don't want to ruffle any feathers in the online video game. I never got Donkey.
Really?
I personally don't get him. He's fine. It's not like a total dislike. He just like his videos get like 6 million views, and I can't like I don't understand like that level of affection for him. I think he's fine.
Sure.
He's like making a game now, right?
He's he's got like a publishing studio. That I don't know if he's necessarily making a game himself, or if he's
Okay,
like
right.
at a top level doing some public. But
Yeah, I
love
guess
him. I think he's great.
I've had my like pleasure receptors blown out by like the 4-hour like deep dives into like I don't know like Final Fantasy VIII
Oh,
that
sure,
I've never
sure.
that is 5 videos 5 minutes get out of here. What good is that for fucking me?
totally. He's definitely like a popcorn. Like 6 minutes of here's why Ocarina of Time is nostalgic, whereas you want to see like here's why the
I want to
Ocarina of
live in
Time
a video
tree is.
game for a couple hours. There's a guy named Tim. Do you know Tim Rogers?
Mm-mm.
He used to work for Kotaku, but he basically does these like multi-hour, like long personal essays on video games where like for like 2 hours he'll veer off of the game and not like he talked about like the game Doom and he tied it into Columbine. He just talked about his own high school experience for like 45 minutes. Maybe it might sound like a little Zach Braff when I'm describing it right now, but it's like really good. I really like it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So you're actually watching like 4-hour.
I won't sit down and watch it. I'll have it on the background while I'm doing stuff,
Or you're
while
playing the game
I'm
itself.
playing a video game, which is kind of like pathetic. But
No, that rules. You're kind of like you're like a Final Fantasy guy.
yeah, big time. That's
Is
one of
that
the
a-
many games I like. That was
Well, that's one.
that kind of feels like sometimes it feels like it's the series I'm like the most married to because like I played 7 at a very like formative age and it made a huge impact on me. I haven't really liked any of the recent. That's not true. I like 14 a lot, but 14's like an MMO, so it's a little different.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, I don't like not counting 14. I don't love any of them past 9. And
Okay.
they're about to release 16 too, so it's been a while.
That's so many.
I
It's
know.
like Rocky.
Yeah. It's also like it's too many to like know off
What
the
if
top
Rocky,
of your head.
What if Rocky had this like the movie had the same like fighting combat system that
Yeah.
Final Fantasy did?
You're saying Rocky should be inserted in the Kingdom Hearts universe,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like Rocky should wear like a wallet chain or something.
turn-based,
yeah,
like an option
yeah,
for
dude,
fighting.
we gotta give Rocky a fucking Keyblade. What's happening, dude? Jack, that's the link. to it.
Adrian.
I was laughing the other day at in like a in a movie like it's the old scene where like a guy's picking up his prom date, then like the prom date's like dad is like shows him a gun like
Oh,
have
yeah.
her back by like fucking 11 or else I'll fucking shoot you or something. I was laughing at the idea of a dad doing that with his replica Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts.
That's funny.
Yeah, just like see to it she's okay.
I was working on some idea about like he shows you the gun and it's like that's the gun you unlock when you defeat him. It's like,
Oh, that would
like,
be
at the
sick,
end of the
yeah.
night, you have to kill him.
And then you can traverse to different areas of the prom because you've unlocked that power up.
fast travel to the punch bowl.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the prom's a Metroidvania. We've done so much right off the top of just making this inaccessible to anybody who doesn't.
Yeah, sorry. If you don't play video
Yeah.
games, this podcast episode is going to be funny, but in a way where you're like, what does that mean?
Right, yeah. And
Metroidvania?
if you want to learn more, just hit me up and I'll put you on the Michael Aber curriculum. That sounds so shit.
You have like a Google Doc of like each
Right.
jargon word.
Yeah, no. When I said we have a cultural exchange, that makes it a lot more sound a lot more regimented than it actually is. We just send each other shit that we think is cool. Well, he's like a big theater guy, and he sent me like I forget what the name of the show is. It's like this New York public access show that apparently has like a lot of like renowned called like Theater Talk, where it's just like a roundtable discussion about theater. And I didn't know, like, I watched it because he sold it to me well, and I didn't know anything about what they were talking about, but like it was like very compelling. I was like, oh, this is a good television show. Yeah. So like I don't know. Hopefully that will be the case for this podcast too. I think like sometimes I'm almost banking my comedy career on it. I hope that if you talk about like a bunch of like really dense bullshit in an interesting, engaging enough way, it's like listenable even for people that don't care. Like the passion,
especially
like,
if it's accessible. The way you talk about Jackie Chan on stage, like you know what I mean? Yeah,
right.
You know.
Well, I love doing that joke, but I stress out over it sometimes because I wonder, like, how much about him do you need? Like, is the knowledge that, like, Jackie Chan uses props, like, just enough? Like, do all people kind of know that?
I think so.
Like, I hope. Well, I think it might be. I'm kind of suspicious that people under a certain age might not know that.
Really, I was gonna say people over a certain age might know it subconsciously, but not have it like concretely in their minds. Whereas like people under a certain age have all seen the Every Frame a Painting video essay.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like out. Yeah, maybe he's just
or
like out in the ether in some way or whatever. I don't know. Well, also like sometimes I think like audience will laugh at what you tell them to laugh at, you know, and they'll kind of like you don't even need that much setup for them to understand. Like Jackie Chan's the prop guy, you know.
Right. He's fighting with. You can
like ladders and spatulas and
even if you haven't seen it, you can just mentally imagine like whatever clips you've seen and go, oh yeah, that was a chair. You know what I mean? Then,
right? Yeah. I always wondered because like he hasn't even had a movie in America for a long time. He's like a total like
your ass is in frame.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
So what's up? Yeah, because he hasn't even had it. They're thinking of making a Rush Hour 4, apparently.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I hear. Word on the street. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But otherwise, yeah, he's just been making movies in, like, China right now. He hasn't had a hit in the U.S. for a while.
I saw
US.
Rush Hour 1 recently.
I haven't seen
Weird
it in
movie.
forever. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I can imagine, like,
I was like, what the fuck?
the racial politics of it are insane if you watch them
nuts.
today.
And then, like, also the gender politics of it were, like, weird as hell. There's, like, I think there was, like, a scene. Am I thinking of the right one? I think so. Yeah. There's a scene where it's like she's at like, I mean, sorry to spoilers.
Yeah,
there's a scene where like the one girl's at like a bomb disarming school, and you're just like, oh, I guess in Act 3 there will be a bomb.
Like, that's great. That awesome screenwriting.
Like, literally, like that's exotic.
That's so funny. The thing that got me, I was watching this old Jackie Chan movie called like Dragons Forever recently. It's from the 80s. It's a Hong Kong movie, and like they make Jackie a bit of a Lothario in it, and he's a bit of a ladies' man. But the thing, I don't know if it was just translation weirdness, but he kept asking ladies out for lunch, which is like, I don't know. He was just like, "You're so fucking hot. You want to get Panera tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Like, you get a turkey club with me.
Exactly right. Yeah,
so
yeah. You want to get the half soup, half salad deal?
We'll split a half soup, half salad.
Yeah, you pick two. That's what it's called. I don't know if they had the you pick two in Hong Kong in '86, but
do you want to get lunch sometime? I wonder if that feels very 80s. Like,
getting
it
lunch,
feels like a business,
power lunch.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of kick. I'm a sober guy, so I kind of kick myself more. Where I was just like, I should have taken more advantage of the dating scene during the pandemic when the default like date was like
Zoom?
Getting a coffee at 2 p.m. You know, yeah, just like, what are our options? Can't go.
Did you go on Zoom dates?
I did go on some Zoom dates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did not find them to be like as traumatic as other people do. I mean, they're obviously like not optimal, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just like it's pretty like low pressure. You already have whatever like drink you want to have. You don't need to spend a ton of money. It's just like, I don't know. I can like fucking hold a conversation with somebody.
Totally. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't go on any Zoom dates because I guess I didn't think of it. I don't know.
Yeah, you just weren't concerned. No, I get that.
Yeah.
I have the apps all deleted right now. You kind of you go in and out of them.
Yeah, I'm on them right now.
Yeah.
But I'm also, I don't know, I'm like half on them. You know what I mean? Like they're on my phone, but I'd like check them and go, what is this? This is a nightmare.
So I said I have the apps deleted, and that was a small lie. I've not opened them in months.
Oh,
but
sure.
But they do sometimes send me like notifications and stuff.
That was a white lie because you don't want me to think that you were out here in my competition. You're like, don't worry, buddy. Don't worry.
I was trying to throw you off my fucking scent.
Shit, fucking.
No. Yeah, they sent me like I think they like said to me like, "Oh, we're gonna turn off your like recommended or something like that Hinge update or whatever." Yeah, they like recommend people to you like to swipe on like every day or something, but they just sent me like, "Hey, we're gonna stop doing this because you haven't opened the app in a while." I guess they were trying to guilt me, and I think it might have worked. I don't know.
They like literally have. I mean, forget the apps, but like social media in general has like teams structured around like. I don't know if they have like dedicated teams, but yeah, like when you're leaving it, it's like the guilt mechanisms that they have in place.
Sure,
yeah.
It's
like,
you're working on trying to like gamify them.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I mean, like everything's like a slot machine now. Like where it's like doesn't Hinge have that thing where you can like buy heart like super likes or something like that, or is that Tinder?
Something like
one of them.
One of them you can buy. It's essentially some shit like
Which
that.
Seems, I guess, like how else are they making they have advertising, yeah.
But also no judgment to anybody who has purchased.
No, I'm not saying. That's not a judgment on anyone who's purchased them. It's more just like a reflection on like how everything's a casino now.
Yeah, true.
Which is pretty upsetting. I don't know. I'm a little numb to it.
Yeah.
I do you like Hinge?
I don't.
Yeah, it stinks. I feel like for a while I felt like it was an app designed exclusively to match you with people who live in Astoria.
I guess I like the infrastructure of the idea of having like prompts and like I like the fact that it has all that stuff, but then I feel like the people that are on it are the people who thought they were like too high class for Tinder or something, and there's this weird like
I don't know. I feel like everyone's just kind of on everything.
I think everybody's
right,
on both. I don't know, but I mean, just the type of people that Hinge shows me.
Is Bumble totally dead? Because like I weirdly had
I'm not on it. Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't used in a while, but I weirdly like had some like inordinately.
Let's talk about the apps.
I guess so.
Classic comedy combo.
Yeah. Oh God,
we open with which Final Fantasies have we played, and is Bumble working out?
Yeah, I'm sure like a bunch of just. I'm sure Emily Ratajkowski was listening to our Final Fantasy conversation, be like, "Ooh, what apps are these guys on? Where can I find them?" No, I weirdly like. I'm all self-conscious now. No, I weirdly like had like I had like a weird amount of success with Bumble, like inordinate to the other ones. I have no idea why. I don't know. I haven't done any research into it, but I liked Bumble.
Putting my family on not on blast, but I guess in a cool way. I think my sister re-met her husband on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I
think that's public knowledge.
You're not blowing them up.
I don't think so. I don't know. I think they're very happily married now, so I think that's like a good thing.
Do they have a story they tell like parents or something? Because I know a lot of people who met on apps have that.
No, what do they
your parents
say?
Listen
no,
to
I
this?
think. No, I mean,
okay.
But
there you go. Put it behind the paywall.
Well, basically, they like they both went to our high school, but they like didn't meet in like officially until like a track alumni event or something, and then they reconnected on Bumble.
I dated a girl for a while who was like similar. We didn't go to like high school together, but we had like met each other like socially a few times. Then we like matched on the thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty common.
Oh yeah, I know. I almost exclusively on the apps. It's like who I match with is people I already know for some reason. I don't know. Yeah.
No, definitely.
Not that that's what I'm looking for, but that's for, like I guess my profile.
Oh yeah, no, right, of course. I mean, like, it's
embarrassing conversation.
Is this embarrassing? Do you want to stop this?
I don't mind dragging myself through it just to like feel it.
What specifically do you find embarrassing? Let's.
I guess it's embarrassing to be looking for love.
Oh yeah, I mean, whatever. I feel like it's so normalized though now.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last thing I'll say about it, it's kind of funny.
Okay.
I did accidentally swipe right on a comic once just because I was like autopilot, and I freaked out so much that I deleted the app, like hoping it would like just scrub the information.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And that's all I'll say.
And what other things exist in this world that we could? No, I mean, I actually, before we do move on, I do want to consider why I find it embarrassing. I think that is interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to dig into it a little bit. I guess.
You're putting yourself out there, and it's kind of and also like I don't know, just like two dudes talking about it feels like a little sweaty. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about like. Yeah, yeah, you don't want to be like Beavis and Butthead talking about the times they scored or whatever, you know?
It's like is the two sides of it are either like that side or the opposite side where it's like where it's not going well on the apps, and it's like, and people at home in their own, people are like able to, they're like, well, sure, I want to swipe because of XYZ thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's this element where you're like, what part of my self or personality isn't appealing on these apps or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you just don't want to like put yourself in a position to reflect on it. I get that.
Yeah, well, and it's like, I mean, I'd love to reflect on it. I'd love to try to figure that out. You know what I mean? But it's fun. It's to do it public. I there's a certain.
I mean, am I totally wrong? I feel like nobody would
Putting it
like
under a
listen to the
magnifying glass.
conversation we just had and be like, these guys are fucking gross, like, right? Dude, was I saying gross?
No.
Yeah.
No, I guess I just like, it's like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's uncomfortable. It's like, you're putting yourself out there.
I think I'm insecure about it.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Yeah.
I mean, same. I don't even know what compelled me to like talk about it.
Oh no, it's funny. It's funny. I like this space that we're in currently. I find it interesting.
Right.
But I'd also, all right, and now I'm done. Boop. Back to Jackie Chan.
I was about to say it is going to be funny, like with like when we do this like brief emotional probing, and we're like, XCOM's cool.
XCOM is cool.
XCOM fucking rocks, dude. XCOM's fucking sick. I love that game.
Yeah, dude.
What would your XCOM nickname be?
What would mine be?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, what would be your like quotations?
Well, I guess I'm thinking about. Okay, so
You got promoted to corporal or like what's whatever, lieutenant or whatever.
I'm gonna catch them up real quick.
Yeah.
Turn-based video game where you're in a squad and you're fighting aliens. When your squad people get promoted, they get cool little nicknames that are automatically generated, like Reaper or Big Man or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's very rewarding to you'd see one of your troops get that nickname. It's the moment you build a real connection with them.
It's like well, now if they die, it matters.
Yeah, fuck. What? See, I asked that question. I didn't have one ready to go. I gotta think. It would be like
You gotta think. Well, I guess
shark fin. I don't know.
Maybe
yours
twitchy. That's some bullshit like
twitchy.
that. I don't know. Just because of Tourette's.
Well, I feel like yours. Well, like because you like bugs, I feel like yours would be like cricket or something.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that would be sick, dude.
That would be cool.
You have like a little fucking mean cricket painted on the side of your helmet.
Cicada would probably.
Cicada. Ooh. Well, yeah, that's like the data guy. That's the guy with like the antenna.
I was gonna say it matters. Your class determines. So it's like I like bugs, but then also what class am I? What would you be, like a psychic power guy, or would you be a sharpshooter?
Oh, God,
Sword.
see, I haven't considered any of the all the time I've spent playing XCOM, and I haven't even considered.
Which guy?
I would like to be one of those psychic guys who goes like, yeah.
So
That's like I've always, what is that in movies when like a psychic fights someone and they go like, and the other guy's like, oh fuck.
It's like they're thinking really hard.
Yeah. I'm making them think Goatse or something.
Blue Hawk.
Yeah, the alien's just like, gross.
Until its head explodes.
Yeah, because I just made them think Lemon Party.
Your nickname would be Goatse.
yeah, that'd be my cool sniper name. And again, painted on the side of my helmet.
It's like right where your third eye would be.
Yeah. That's so fun.
Cicada and Goatse.
Yeah, Andrew Goatse, Corporal Andrew Goatse. So.
I'm gonna back to video. Back to
video games, please.
Back to motherfucking video games.
Yeah.
I love video games. I haven't played the Final Fantasy ones, but I feel like I would enjoy them. But it feels like a huge barrier to entry.
Yeah, part of me like does wonder if they need to hit you at a certain time because they were like, do you ever like watch like anime stuff growing up?
Some. Yeah.
Okay. I like got into them very much at the same time. Like if you don't like get down with that whole like aesthetic or whatever, because they're like also like high melodrama. Like I can't like note for note defend like the writing and the story of a lot of games, but like it's like a combination. They hit me at the right time. I think they were very interesting for what they were doing at the time. I think a lot of the stories are pretty good. Some of them aren't.
I mean mechanics. You know, it's funny. I was gonna say mechanics matter more to me, but then it's like I played Horizon Zero Dawn, and like those mechanics are really fun games.
That's an open world kind of thing.
It's an open world,
Yeah.
but the story I thought was horrible.
Yeah, a lot of game stories aren't good.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess like game stories, I don't know. I think that can mean a lot. Like story can like beat by beat plot details. There aren't a ton of great game stories, but like story in the sense of like cool characters and cool world and like interesting big ideas. I think games are often very good at that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn is not.
Yeah.
Their characters and like the acting and everything was so bad that I was like it's like really the
Well, I kind of look at I would look just knowing what I know about it, having not played it. I imagine the story's just kind of like, who gives a shit, you know? Like,
yeah,
it's,
but then they make you do it. It's like I'm like the whole time I'm like, who gives a shit? Like,
right.
Let me fight.
Well,
the
this
robot
is just
dinosaur.
like
You know
fun.
what I mean?
I mean, I realize this is like stupid considering I was just like pumping up a series of games with fantasy in the title, but I don't like a lot of fantasy stories. And I think we talked about this once. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I'm not really a Lord of the Rings guy.
Actually, I remembered that, and I had considered making this podcast immediately after we watched like Lord of the Rings or something.
I'd be down totally. Yeah,
Sure,
I'm sure they're like good movies and everything. Yeah, but it's just like I can't really like I don't know like elves fighting like dwarves. Like I kind of just like look at them like what does that say to me about like my life? You know, I guess 'cause, like sci-fi stuff is different because it's like about like oh this is where like the world is going or whatever. But like fantasy, it just seems like. I'm sure you can make like a lot of like great metaphors or whatever in it, but yeah, it just was never really.
You don't fuck with metaphors. You fuck with.
I do fuck with metaphors a lot. Yeah, yeah. I feel like sci-fi has a lot of those. I feel like fantasy.
Well, I'm maybe I'm a little.
It feels
confused here.
stupid to say I fuck with metaphors. That's so like broad, but
I guess I am a little lost as to why you. Like it sounds like you just specifically don't like the vibe of elves.
that's not
That's
well.
like a concept.
I get like I keep using Final Fantasy as a reference point. They do like the early ones. They eventually like got more like sci-fi, but like the early ones did in a way I thought was cool. Where it's kind of like it's like swagged out. I don't know what other way to put it.
You think the elves in Lord of the Rings don't have enough swagger?
I mean, that sounds like a simplification of what I've been saying, but
You were kind of saying
couldn't hurt.
how do I relate to these elves and these dwarves? It's like, well, it's easily.
Like like in their human plight, I really want them to get that ring in that volcano.
I guess, but that's like that's the overarching plot. It's really the characters.
I maybe
and
also
the-
just like respond to like more like melodrama in fantasy and stuff, which is why I go for like the anime stuff and not necessarily like Tolkien, which feels like kind of dry to me. I guess. Like Tolkien stuff, it just like I tried to read The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or whatever in high school, and it's kind of bounced off me because it's all about like there were like 5 pages about like what the hobbits have for breakfast and stuff like that, which maybe is like super. I don't doubt it's like probably super interesting to a lot of people, but yeah, I like to like get hyper detail oriented like that, and a lot of the other stuff I like, but for some reason it was just like I wasn't going for it at the time.
It's interesting. I really do bet that if you watched Lord of the Rings, you'd be into
Sure,
it.
yeah. I don't probably, yeah. But I also like I don't know, like again, like for somebody who likes as much of this bullshit as I do, I know it's like goofy to say this, but I like it when a story is about more than what it's about, you know?
Right.
And like I'm again, like I'm sure like hardcore Tolkien people hear this, they want to like cut my head off.
Yeah,
But, like
yeah.
I look at Lord of the Rings, it just seems like it's going to be about elves and dragons. Is that like shitty to say?
Well, I mean, it's no. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It
Yeah.
is inaccurate.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's all supposed to be like about World War II, right? It's World War II.
Well, it was semi-inspired by it. This motherfucker being like, how do I keep these people from coming at me? I get it's like
Wait, are you saying I'm hedging my bets right now? Look, I can only tell you like what I've observed from the outside.
it is relatively inspired by World War II. There's definitely elements of that. I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole and get into it, but we have formally on this podcast. But part of it, one of the things I will say is that the idea of like, my friend Matt Muccione was on. He was talking about the idea of like a pre-Nordic like mythic idea for Ireland and England, where like the hobbits are supposed to be like Irish, and then Like
Okay.
they're like the jovial.
See, yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
interesting. Definitely,
Yeah.
No, it's
But anyway.
relating it to history. Definitely. I'm afraid I seem so unlikable right now. I like because I like
No,
just spent like
No,
10 minutes talking about like fucking apps or whatever, and now I'm just like, yeah, this whole thing people love sucks. Like I didn't. I really hope I didn't come off like.
No. I'd like to go down the path of contrarianism in a moment, but I guess I just the idea is like people. If anybody is mad, it's because they're like, no, you wouldn't like it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah,
I feel the same way about like I wish like I could. Like I like a lot of stuff that people wouldn't traditionally consider art either.
Yeah.
So like I totally get that. Like I
What do
get
you- what do you
like
mean?
hearing some like people like write something off and being like, no, it's actually like it's so good. I wish you like understood like the nuances of it or whatever. So like yeah, I understand what you're saying. I hope I don't want to seem like glib or dismissive to something that I've just never like really taken the time to get into.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's where okay, we got briefly deep with the emotional element of the apps, and then we were like, let's take a surface, breathe some air with video games,
Yeah.
and now let's go middle, where I go, what are your thoughts on the idea of like contrarianism and like opinions about like this sort of thing, like what you're saying.
Well, would
Strong
you
opinions
would
about
you
art and
consider
stuff.
me a contrarian? Is that why you ask?
No, but I'm curious if you have some thoughts on this.
I don't really. I think that oftentimes that term is used just to write off people who have like interesting, unique perspectives on things, and like don't. And I'm not a big fan. It's like I'm also like not a big fan of the term pretentious either, because I feel like it's a term used to like disregard a lot of art that is like taking a chance or daring to be weird or whatever the fuck you'd call it.
Right.
But yeah, I guess like contrary. I'm trying to find like a succinct.
Yeah, just
way of
one
putting
quick
it.
soundbite for the clip.
Yeah, contrarianism.
If you can do one sentence,
I think when people,
hyper poetry.
I think when people have like, I think when people have like a lot of strong opinions on art that could be interpreted as contrarian, like I don't think it's. So sometimes it is, but sometimes I don't think it comes from a malicious place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
I think it depends on the person. I think I've definitely met people who have where I'm like, their opinion is just whatever is not the popular opinion for the sake of, like literally somebody was like, oh, you like that band? They're popular, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah, that's shitty,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. And I think an element of that.
Well, it's like
is
I would also like never talk this way to somebody who like didn't directly ask me like my opinion about something. I would never be like, yeah, this thing stinks.
No,
Yeah.
but I think what you're saying about pretentious stuff is also interesting. I guess I do dislike things that are pretentious, but I don't think things. I think people
How
use
would
the
how
word,
would you define? Yeah, I'm actually
Right,
curious. How
right,
would you
right.
define the word pretentious?
Well,
like, what would you like? What's your example of a pretentious piece of art?
I think. Let's see. Trying to like give me like a concrete example of a specific one. Isn't maybe some like A24 stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like it's not always that if something's trying to be weird, then I usually consider that not pretentious. I usually consider
Also,
that kinda
weird's
cool.
like a loaded term because like weird
Right.
can mean anything from like. I don't know, like highbrow experimental film to like fucking Reddit bullshit or whatever, you know?
And I think weird can be good. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what you're
course,
saying
yeah.
with the like. But people use the word pretentious, is what you're saying, against things that aren't and are just different and interesting. But I think
Yeah.
but I think it is still a
Or
useful term
I also
to-
think people like pretentious implies that like the author had some kind of cynical intent, like they're trying to like get one over on people by being like, oh, this isn't actually that fucking deep, or like but which I think is very often not the case with like art. I think if like something's pretentious, like it very likely came from a very earnest place by the person making it.
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
guess I do. But I guess I do.
Even
think,
if they didn't pull it off, so to speak, I guess.
okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I guess there's some stuff where it's like, oh, that's trying to make you look smart or whatever. You know what I mean? And I think
Sure.
that
But I also think like I don't know if like a really kooky dude makes a very like pretentious piece of art, quote unquote, whatever you want to call it. I think that could be like interesting too, because I don't know, it's a case study of the person that made it. We're talking about pretension. This is the most pretentious quote ever, but I forget who said this, but somebody said all movies are a documentary about their own making.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, which I that's kind of how I like to approach it. Yeah,
That's cool.
Right.
I guess that's true about everything, right?
Well, it's like do you know Michael Cimino? He's a director. He made like this big movie called like The Deer Hunter.
Okay,
And it's like one of the canonical like quote unquote great movies or whatever. And after that, he used like all the cachet he got from it to make a movie. I think I'm blanking on the title, maybe called like Heaven's Gate, but it's like famous for being like one of the most like overblown, like highfalutin, pretentious movies ever. Like there's stories of like he would set up cameras and he was like just waiting 12 hours for the clouds to get really right so he could like get so he could like get a good shot of them. Like it's like this infamous like flop of a movie, but like it has a ton of fans now. Where it's just like I think part of that's just one example, but I think part of the reason that is people like to like kind of go digging for treasure and like go into this like infamously bad movie and be like, no, like I want to see what I can salvage from it. I want to like I want to like understand what made him do this. That's just like one example, but there's a lot of stuff like that. Well, it's like like a more broad example would be like a movie like The Room or something, or like anything Ed Wood made, like Plan 9 from Outer Space. Like it's interesting to look at a movie and be like, oh, what mind made this?
Fun lenses you can put on.
Yeah,
I guess.
But also like I don't know. That's like a very involved way to watch a movie that I get. Like sometimes you're just looking to watch some like
Just watch a damn
bullshit
movie.
at night.
Yeah.
Like that's fine too.
Just trying to see a damn movie.
Exactly.
Did we? All right, we solved it. We figured out.
Yeah.
Contrarian.
Did any of that make sense?
I think so. It all connected in some capacity.
I articulated it decently.
Let's see. Let's put a ribbon on it. Let's put a nice little bow. I don't know. I'm doing. Guess the idea being that like, even if something is like considered pretentious in the culture, it's still worth. No, what's the idea? There's it makes,
I don't know,
it
man.
makes
I
sense
kind
to
of
at the
just
time.
like pretentious. Like for like, I feel like pretension can often be like a human flaw. Like, yeah, maybe the person who made it did like wanna like come off like too smart or whatever. But like, I don't know. Like 30 years from now, when all art is being made by like a Tesla AI or whatever, we're gonna like be. We'll take like any trace of humanity or art we can get.
Oh,
I don't
interesting.
know.
Interesting. It's like we don't. It's just another flavor. It's like still it can still be good. That's kind of neat. You're something you came up with conversation recently.
Oh yeah.
Positively, as we were as someone who elevates the concept of the white boy.
To what? Yeah. Who was this with?
I think I was talking with Sosnick and Kandel.
Elevates the concept of the white boy.
Yeah.
I'm very okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
I guess I was talking about the idea of like trying to in comedy, like trying to like when I'm on stage trying to maybe like escape the fact that I'm a white boy or something. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily escape it, but not have to be relevant to my act in some capacity.
Sure.
And then like you kind of came up as like an example of somebody who is a white guy, but isn't like elevating
What about talking
it,
about bullshit
and
like
that's,
Jackie Chan on stage?
Yeah,
Sure,
like
I guess.
Thing.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, I guess like the stuff I talk about on stage like would reflect. I don't really. I kind of just talk about what occurs to me on stage.
Oh,
like
sure,
there's not like a big like science behind my act. I'm not trying to achieve anything behind just like say stuff I think is funny. So like yeah,
yeah, absolutely. I guess I'm trying to. I guess I have ulterior motives.
What's your ulterior motive?
To like, I guess like get people thinking about bugs or something. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
Like it's like, like I guess like I am trying to
You're elevating the caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like,
Right.
but it's like I'm not just trying to be funny. I'm trying to do, but I don't know. But that feels pretentious. You know what I
I
mean?
think that's pretentious. No, I think you have the right attitude about. I'm embarrassed about my attitude in comedy. Like I think I think I can like have more thought put into it sometimes.
Embarrassment seems to be a running theme here. I kind of want to go down the thought path of embarrassment.
Yeah.
If you're down, I'm trying.
What embarrasses me?
If that's a comfortable question, or if that's not too embarrassing.
I don't know. I don't think anything unusual. Like not expressing myself well on a podcast, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm decently like chill and easy to get along with. Like,
That's
yeah,
good.
I don't think I do a ton to embarrass myself in conversation. Maybe I get like a little like overly earnest talking about the stuff I like, but
I love that. That's being earnest about the stuff you like talking about is like that's one of my favorite things to do. That doesn't embarrass me.
sure, but you also like don't want to like talk people's ear off.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if they're into it, like if I'm at a party, right, and somebody hasn't played XCOM and I just go in on it, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's
but
very
if
embarrassing.
you've also played XCOM, I'm like,
Right.
we're going.
Yeah,
in.
I hope
we're talking about.
I hope
what I
like
mean?
talking about like fucking. I don't know, the guy who directed The Deer Hunter or whatever. I'm always like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm always doing it at the right time and place.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Which which like famously, I think guys, specifically white boys, the so-called white boys I'm elevating. That's like, is that like a thing they're considered bad at, where they'll just like corner you at a party and talk to you about like fucking film or some bullshit for 45 minutes? I really don't want to be that guy. I hope I'm not that guy.
One of the examples they gave is that you're also big into the socks or something.
Oh hell
Like,
yeah, dude!
yeah,
Fuck
hell
yeah,
yeah,
dude!
hell
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll corner you at a party about that. About the Celtics.
I think I am like a white dude. Obviously, like
right.
I clearly, of course, I am. But like stereotypically,
And that
I
you
think
have
I
like all the
am.
white dude interests.
To some
Yeah.
degree.
Do
you know what I mean?
Do you feel you're elevating them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess like not
As a white boy, is it your responsibility to elevate the white boy?
Yes, the white boy is a bad figure. that it's like, well, we need to reshape and redefine the white boy.
Yeah.
I guess that's my ulterior.
What if I what if
My
I was like
ulterior
very
motive is-
intensely like, I'm not a white boy, I'm a white man.
I guess part of one of the ulterior motives is to help reshape the idea of the white boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, present an alternate view of what.
Yeah, not like counteract like, I don't know, like toxic masculinity or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think sure.
Right, yeah, no, yeah.
What is-
I'd hope I'm not one of those guys. Yeah.
No. But I think kind of one of the differences between our acts is like I'm kind of maybe going, here's a more niche type of white boy you can be, and you're going, I'm within one of the more classical
sports
systems.
action movies.
Yeah. But I'm elevating that side of.
Well, maybe you're just a more unique person than me. Who knows?
I don't think so. I think there's just less white boys who are into caterpillars.
That's unique. I wish I could be into fucking bugs, dude.
But I guess
Bugs rock.
you can be in the bugs. You just gotta get into it. You just gotta watch more videos where they're fighting and pretend one of them's Jackie Chan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, using chairs and
Personify
shit.
him. Yeah. Okay, I'll trade back and go. What am I embarrassed by?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What are you embarrassed by? Let's
I'll
get
dig
into it.
I guess specifically, kind of what we're saying a little bit here of also like I'm harsh, I think, judgmentally, where I view people who are trying to look smart negatively, but then I feel that I'm also embarrassingly also trying to do some of that sometimes.
You look smarter than you are.
Yeah, something like that. And then so that's kind of a surface level answer. The real answer is that I'm definitely very embarrassed.
I'm also very afraid of that, by the way. And that I just you can tell from the fact I just like double backed on everything I said. But yeah, keep talking.
I think I'm embarrassed. Dating related stuff. Like
Embarrassed about dating related stuff.
I guess
you're embarrassed of expressing yourself as a being worthy of affection. Benny Feldman.
I don't think I think I'm embarrassed, or maybe embarrassment's the wrong word in that space. I guess I'm afraid or fearful or vulnerable.
buddy.
I don't know. I guess I'm good question. Good question that I asked myself.
Yeah.
On this podcast.
Sorry.
To stump myself.
No. Well, I don't think it's a great, but yeah, again, like we said, it is putting yourself out there. There's like vulnerability that comes with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I'm not I guess I'm not embarrassed by being vulnerable with other people. I guess what I'm embarrassed by is sort of
You don't want
whether or
to
not
not
that's
want to be
going to
like every other
work.
dumb asshole in the dating apps that people make fun of.
Well, no, I guess that's a surface level fear.
Yeah.
But I guess the deeper fear is that I won't find love, and I'm trying to view that as some sort of embarrassment structure. You know what I mean?
I want you to, if you're comfortable with it, I want you to expand on that.
Sure. I guess I'm very afraid that I won't I won't meet somebody that likes me and I like them in the same way, and it'll I'm afraid of not
Dying
necessarily,
alone.
Well, dying alone as the abstract. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, essentially, yeah. That's like kind of that's my main fear, is that I won't find love, and I guess I'm definitely kind of embarrassed to be on the apps in a way.
Are
where it's like,
you're embarrassed like put any effort towards it in case it doesn't work out? You're afraid of wasted time?
No,
That kind of thing?
no, not even that. I'm just. I guess I'm embarrassed of being, not seen incorrectly, or I guess like the being seen appropriately and seeing somebody appropriately, and things don't work. You know what I mean? I'm embarrassed by the lack of success I've had with finding love.
Well, yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know. Yeah.
part of that though, I think it's just like comedy. You know, it's tough. It's a tough schedule to like maintain with a relationship, and it's like, I don't know, like you build up your own like specific way of talking that only like other comics can get. I don't know. Like, yeah, no, I think that's like a pretty like I think that's a concern shared by like everybody who does what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I'll say on that. That's enough. I don't know. I went down that rabbit hole mentally, but just want to get randomly deep in the middle of our. I'm like, I'll have Durso on. We'll talk about Jackie Chan, and I'm like, I'm afraid of dying alone.
No, it's cool, man. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't probe or anything.
No, it's all good. And I don't usually do that. I don't usually just like randomly derail in that direction. But
Oh yeah, no, all
funny.
good, totally.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fucking die alone. It sucks. That would suck.
Yeah.
I have trouble too. Sometimes I like wonder, am I ever gonna be able to find somebody like compatible with like this comedy thing that I want to do at the same time? Because like I don't know, I've had relationships end because I just didn't have like we weren't able to keep like compatible schedules. It sucks. I don't like it.
That part I'm like, that part I'm less worried about because I feel like I am actually very worried about that. But like, I don't know, I'm less worried about that as much as the whether or not somebody I like would like me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that too. But that was it. Yeah, comics were really, they were onto something when they said dating is hard. I think we should keep talking about it.
What? Okay. Like kind of shifting away from us,
Sure.
and shifting to this universal idea. Do you think that comics are always talking about the apps and dating is hard? What do you think about universal things people talk about?
What do I think about universal things we talk about? Like
On
in the
stage,
sense like what is hack?
Well, but
I guess I'm kind of like old school in that my idea is just like, nothing's hack if you have a good joke about it.
Right.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like the people coming out to see a comedy show don't give a shit about like. Like I like roll my eyes at like when people like fucking dissect rap lyrics on stage. I'm kind of just like, here we fucking go. Like I have stuff that I don't like, but good joke's a good joke.
That's true. Have you seen like somebody dissect a rap lyric, and you're like, oh, that's actually good?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, well, I have to like.
I mean, back in the
like
day.
just by way of being, or maybe it's like too much of a cliche now that people don't even like do it. But
Yeah.
like just by way of being around comedy, I've probably heard like 300 jokes about like this isolated like Lil Wayne lyric from like one track of one of his albums from like fucking 15 years ago. I'm sure a few of them were funny. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm also like pretty. I don't know. I feel like I'm also an easy laugh too. Sometimes, like you don't need like a complicated like well-written joke to like get a laugh at. Like voices do it for me. Like fucking, like I'm like embarrassed. Like people like. One thing that still gets me is people in the Trump voice just going like folks, like for some reason that like that that activates the part of my brain. It's just like good joke coming, let's go.
Jackie Chan.
Thanks.
He walked in and I said, "Well, there's a lot of
it's
tables.
happening. We're seeing yeah.
Jackie Chan." They said he can't fight with a chair. He sat down.
And sometimes he doesn't want to fight with a ladder, and that's fine. We like that too. this sucks. Like,
he can pick it up. He can climb the ladder. He's gonna hit you with the ladder.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
They set it up. They set up the ladder in the last frame.
yeah, like Schwarzenegger impressions, like fucking Robert Smigel's like old Schwarzenegger impression, which is just him going like it's so funny to me.
You're saying it's funny. Someone's gonna keep doing it. I'm trying to make you laugh.
I
love an impression. Yeah.
Oh god, they're the best. I'm so bad at them.
I'm trying to train a couple, but it's.
What have you been working on?
I'm trying to do a Biden, but
Biden?
I'm not gonna do it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll try.
Sometimes you just make a noise and you're like, oh, nothing's good. Nothing good's happened there.
I guess I saw his like White House Correspondents' Dinner, and he said something that just like made me laugh and laugh. So
what was it?
I don't remember. It was some crap.
I remember one night I was doing. When I was doing Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, like I was like doing it myself, and I was like, "This is fucking I've unlocked a new technique. This is incredible."
What's it? How do you do him?
Well, no, that's the thing. I was like filming myself doing it, and then like the next morning, lost it. Didn't have it anymore. I had it for one night. It's kind of like 1979. Yeah, it's not there. It's not there.
I'm trying to do my Durso.
Oh, do you have a Durso?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I busted out at parties. No. Let me see.
Yeah. Do I? Yeah. I'm sure I had somebody could do like a really good impression of me.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Sometimes like people say like, "Oh, I have an impression of you." It's just like. Like, and they just like I don't know, make this like horrible noise. I guess I'm like just really not cognizant at all of how I sound.
It's trying to people doing the noise. It's like if you're trying to do Trump or Biden, you're gonna make some sort of in noise,
some key phrase. Yeah, it's
pattern.
With Obama. It's like let me be clear. With Trump, it's the folks. Yeah,
Obama, it's the up top. It's like let me be like that. Let's do.
That's a pretty like deceptively easy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like once you get down the let me be clear. You just,
Michelle.
Michelle.
I'm Jackie Chan's in the White House.
That's your Durso impression.
No. Let me see. Give me a topic. Give me a topic that you would talk about on stage.
Give me a topic that I would talk about. Oh, okay. Are we actually like?
I'll give it a shot.
We're plugging in the Chat GPT a prompt.
Give it a shot. Yeah.
Oh god, what do I fucking talk about on stage?
Fuck it.
Oh no, it's coming,
no.
dude. This sucks. It's coming together. Oh fuck, dude. I don't want to give you a prompt now. Shit.
Boston Jackie Chan.
Yeah, the Boston Celtics.
Oh fuck, I don't know enough about that.
That's it. I'm trying to throw you off your game.
You're trying to throw out the Chat GPT. You get the prompt back. That's like. Sorry, that's not within our like database.
Yeah, as an AI, it's not acceptable for me.
We're actually not able to make a joke about that.
Yeah, I was like trying to like articulate this the other day, but it's like the Chat GPT when you ask it to like write a joke has the same sensibilities as like a Sarah Lawrence student, where she's like, I don't know if I can make a joke about that.
I went on the other day and I was like, hey, can I tell you a joke? And they were like, sure. And I told it the joke where it's like, you ever notice that every time you pee, not every time you pee you poop, but every time you poop there's blood?
Benny Feldman classic.
And they were like, it said, that seems to just be a factual statement and not a joke. Can you explain that? And so I tried to explain it, and they were like, oh, thank you for explaining the joke. I now understand. I'm like, I don't think you
taught it comedy. You taught it irony.
It's like, explain that back to me.
Yeah, well, it's like I go back and forth between like total doomerism with the AI stuff, but then like I was fucking around with it the other day, and it said that like Sonic the Hedgehog and Dr. Robotnik are friends, and I was like, okay, we got some time to figure it out. This fucking stupid computer.
It's Sonic. I'm trying to do your voice. And there's you do have a.
Let me do the impression you were doing. If Sonic and Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. Sonic on the Celtics.
Oh god, if only we could.
He can run, but he can't hit.
Dude, he'd be great at the one spot as our point guard.
Don't know what that means.
Damn.
I was trying to work on a bit about Sonic having such an immense runner's high, and that's why it's so chill. But it doesn't it's not that much to it.
I think Sonic's just chill because he's a fucking chill dude, man. He loves those chili dogs.
Oh yeah. Does he eat chili dogs? Is that a?
Yeah, I think that used to be a big thing with the character's favorite food was chili dogs. Well, they were like trying to make him like they were trying to make him like the cool answer to Mario, and I guess like
Mario doesn't like chili dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, 1993. It's just like, oh, Mario's not punk rock enough to eat a fucking disgusting hot dog. He likes ricotta or whatever the fuck.
Cannoli. Miss a meal.
Well, it's like I think like there's like a quote by the guy who made Sonic where he said the two main influences for Sonic were Bart Simpson and Bill Clinton, or like some insane combination like that.
Doesn't Sonic play like saxophone at some point also? Like
it was part. There was
it's
like
in my
very
mind.
like
like
concept art of Sonic the Hedgehog in a band. Yeah, I don't know if he played saxophone, but he playing like that's actually what got him to the White House. Sonic. He connected with the youth by playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall.
What a weird idea.
The fact that like Bill
Clinton
Clinton playing the saxophone was like what made it for his campaign.
Yeah.
Totally right.
Sometimes they'll type in a celebrity and their only clip will be like Arsenio Hall, like, and you're like, all right, time to watch Jim Henson on Arsenio.
Yeah,
see what that whole vibe is.
It was weird how that was like, that show only on for like 5 years, but technically like a pivotal moment in American history happened on it, which is our fucking stupid president playing the saxophone. It's kind of crazy.
I actually did watch the Jim Henson
How did it
one.
get canceled?
Did it? Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, because it was like it was a huge thing. It was like canceled in like 1994. I think they like brought it back for a brief time. I don't know.
Should make a Netflix run of Arsenio.
Sure. That's what the writers are striking over.
That's the that's the conclusion of this pod, is that we're like, bring back Arsenio.
Bring back Arsenio. Yeah. Yeah, you could probably get him on. You could probably get him on the Benny Feldman show.
Oh, I could.
Yeah.
I was thinking, people doing like,
are there like any? Okay, this is probably behind the scenes stuff you don't want to talk about. But are there any like super famous people that you've reached out to for like not super famous, but like people we would know that you've reached out to be on the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
I just realized like anybody. It was probably people we would know, and that would count as gossip. So.
Oh sure.
This was a total dead end of a conversation topic.
Some people are.
Have you asked Bill Clinton?
I have not asked Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the idea of people doing impressions of my act, and it's like, do they do the Tourette's? Do you know what I mean?
I mean that would be very insensitive, right?
I guess I don't know. I guess I'm excited
not to tell you how to feel about it, but
but I'd love to see somebody attempt. You know what I mean? I feel like you
would have dirt on them forever.
That's true.
Yeah. Wait, did you say you'd like to see me try?
No, I was.
Because I was gonna say not gonna happen.
No. Well, because I feel like your voice is fun. You know, like I feel like
Hell yeah,
you know what I mean,
you.
and I can see people wanting to try to impersonate your act. You know what I mean? Whereas like I don't know if I have maybe I have a fun voice, or I don't know. That's it. Not fishing for a compliment there, but point being, I'm not trying to like put.
You definitely have a very fun delivery style that matches your jokes well.
I appreciate that, and I'd be interested.
Well, it's like I don't think you like talk like a cartoon character, which is like the kind of thing that makes for like a good impression often. Yeah.
I think I look like a cartoon character. People tell me that a lot.
I don't think that.
Really?
Do people tell you that?
I get that all the time.
I think that's a mean thing
I get
to
that
tell.
constantly.
Not to make you like second guess this thing that you apparently get told all the time. But yeah, I don't think you look like a cartoon character.
I always wear the same outfit.
I think you have
too.
like a friendly, open face, which maybe people might interpret as like, I don't know, cartoonish. Not.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
I like maybe 20 minutes ago I was like, yeah, I'm afraid I won't find love, and now you're like, no, you're a handsome boy.
No. Yeah, that's my honest thought. I
appreciate that. That's kind of you. It's
true.
You as well. I think we maybe look similar. I don't know.
Thank you, brother. I also just think we as people like just have don't know how we actually like we all make a fucking face in the mirror. Like isn't that like a thing in your brain where it's like if you like your brain's protecting you from how you actually look, because otherwise you'd fucking kill yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I wish.
Is that like a proven psychological thing? I wish I knew more about actually important stuff and not about Final Fantasy VII, or else I'd probably like know what the name of this is.
I wish you could like change your mental filter. Like, I wish you could like flex a muscle and then like like on some social media.
You wish you could say the brain like stop bullshitting me and give me the truth.
Yeah, give me the truth. Like
Yeah.
like or like switch to like.
You wish you could like de-yassify your own face in the mirror.
Yeah. Or
Well,
like
this maybe it's your brain protecting you. Maybe you can't handle it. Like that.
That's right.
That's what I'm afraid of.
That's
what I'm afraid of. I don't want the knowledge. I want to be I want to be fucking sedated, dude.
Hell yeah. I put on those. The only thing that was like obey glasses can't show you is your face because you've got the big glasses on.
Right. Well, it just makes you look like a skeleton, right, in the movie.
I actually haven't seen the movie. What is it?
I saw it a long time ago. It's pretty good. It's a good movie. But I think you like put it on, it just makes you like makes you see everyone as a fucked up weird alien guy because that's what they actually
Either a
were.
skeleton
They were
or
aliens
like
in disguise.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's pretty
You
cool.
get a pair of those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. People say look at the audience naked. No, look at them as a bunch of
Yeah,
weird
fucked up
alien,
weird aliens.
skeleton fuckers. Wow, this podcast is all over the place.
I know, really.
What a wild ride.
Well, it's like it's funny because we'll like go somewhere like deep and personal. We'll be like, they live. The obey posters. Would it be so funny if Schwarzenegger was Obama?
Obama, Timothy Chalamet. Oh,
Yeah, what's the Chalamet?
let me be queer.
Does Chalamet like have a distinctive character that you can impersonate?
I actually don't know. I just did "Let Me Be Queer" as like the reference to the fact that he
Call
played
Me
the
By Your Name,
But that's
yeah.
all I could think of. I don't really know. I haven't like seen. I don't really know who Timothy Chalamet is as like
Yeah.
a guy.
I've definitely like seen movies he's in.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen a bunch of movies.
It's
Now
like-
I'm like I can remember a ton, but yeah,
but he's probably not the guy from Dune. Like, he's probably not Paul Atreides. Like he's probably, like,
yeah.
he's not,
Paul
like,
Atreides
being
didn't have
him.
like he wasn't like
Here we go again.
like he didn't have like a fucking goofy voice he could do.
It's me.
Oh, jeez.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he's just doing quips like that.
Somebody didn't take that Claritin D.
What a funny guy would say in a movie.
Yeah, people don't know what Timothy Chalamet's like off stage, except for you and I.
Yeah.
And we're here to tell the public that this is
Yeah,
what
when he
he's
goes
like.
mask off and he's just like a fucking Muppet.
Sundial.
Now you're just doing Adam Sandler. Now you're just doing like Shabadoo. Yeah, that was really good. Damn, dude.
Man, I don't know. Fucking, that's just a noise.
Was that off the dome?
That's just a noise. I mean, I'm
You haven't
kind
worked
of
on
stealing
your-
Stephen Castile.
Well,
how he does that noise.
Well, as we established over, you like to go into the lab with your impressions and perfect them. Was that?
Just make little noises.
Have you done any work on the Sandler, or is that
I haven't seen enough Sandler stuff.
really? You don't
yeah.
like grow up with him?
No, I haven't seen most movies.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about that in part 2, perhaps. Part 2
guess.
about movies.
Yeah,
we're almost at an hour. What would you like to plug for the people?
Oh, I have nothing to plug.
Any video games you want to plug?
Any good video games? I'm getting really into the Dragon Quest series. I would recommend them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking folks, follow Durso online at Feldfrog. And fucking yeah.
What's up?
Right when I looked over here, I saw the volume peaking, but I might have been because I was laughing loud. Yep.
There we go.
Maybe I should have turned down the slider thing.
Well, yeah. See you dudes behind the paywall.
Yep. Folks, let's see. Plugs. Philadelphia, May 28th.
Go see Benny.
That's right.
Philly.
Headlining. Punchline Philly. All right, folks. Bye. Oh, wait. Actually, Patreon, paywall. It's only $4 a month. Buy me a third of a sandwich. Peace out.